Okay, what's going on, everybody? GZTV, my last YouTube video of the day. Unless I decide to do news, I might. You never know. Um, yeah. Let's talk about the focal point of the episode. Definitely Rue. Rue is the main character, so that's not saying much. But this episode kind of lays down some basics of what's going to become normal for Rue. She's kind of broken through. At this time, actually, when this episode came out, they announced that they would renew for a third season. I'm so excited. I don't know when that's coming out. I don't know when this episode came out. It's obviously a very popular show, sits on the shoulders of its biggest star, Zendaya. Zendaya definitely carries the show, no doubt. There was never really a possibility that Rue wasn't going to make it through this highly upsetting episode. There's a lot of emotions conveyed. So yeah, Zendaya is probably not going to. Once Zendaya's character Rue dies, the series is over. It felt that she was going to die at times though. But the whole episode is one big nail biting, soul aching stress session during which Rue goes on the run. It's kind of crazy. It's definitely the craziest episode in the series. Yeah. Um, At first, Rue thinks that Gia ratted her out about the weed she confessed to doing a while back. And I don't know why we're still frowning upon people that do weed. I don't know how old she is in the story now, but I guess. But Rue's mom says that Jules was the one who let her know about Rue's relapse. I mean, Jules cares about her. That's fair enough. She wants to take Rue to the hospital, but Rue won't go, obviously. They fight. Really hard things are said. You are not a good person, Rue, her mom tells her daughter at one point. Ouch. I mean, a mother telling her daughter that she's not a good person, that's never a good sign for things to come. I mean, They tussle, and then Gia tries to pull her sister off their mom. Rue shoves Gia, and then Mrs. Bennett slaps Rue and orders her to leave. So that's kind of when the turmoil stops momentarily. This was crazy. It was kind of hurting. It kind of hurt to watch. I didn't really like watching it. It was kind of cringy. Like, not because it sucked or anything, but it was just so disturbing. Then Rue literally breaks down her sister's bedroom door by kicking it down. Um, Rue said she wishes that if they wish she was different, she does too. We all wish we're different in some way. Suddenly realizing that her mother was either moved or disposed of the drugs that were in that suitcase from Lori. Like, that's not good, because Lori said she's gonna fucking hurt her if she doesn't bring the drugs back. Good job, Mrs. Bennett. Before even asking Rue what the fuck those drugs are for, you flushed them down the toilet, which, in all fairness, Rue's a drug addict. I wouldn't trust her with an over-the-counter thing. But yeah, Rue then says, "If you guys hate me, I do too." She says she doesn't want to be here anymore in a quiet moment, saying that she wants to get clean, but just can't seem to do it. She wants to get clean. She wants to be a good person. She wants to change. She hates herself, but it can't happen. Like, that's just not how she is as a person. And then goes back to trashing the house in search of the pills. Like, she is frantic. She's panicking right now because she's like, if I don't give this girl $10,000, I'm dead meat, and I don't have any product to sell. Only when Jules chimes in from the living room that Mrs. Bennett flushed the drugs does Rue realize that Jules and Elliot have been there the whole time. Kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, she's probably too angry to really care about their presence in the room. So, yeah. Rue has no time for either of them, but the majority of her anger is focused on Jules, whom she calls a greedy whore who just likes sucking the life out of people. You know, to be fair, Jules is kind of a greedy character, but I definitely think that Rue took it a little too far in this episode. I mean, my god, she's said some hateful things about Jules. She's never gone this crazy. The louder Rue gets, the quieter Jules does. The blonde merely repeats "I love you" in response to everything Rue levels at her, which is kind of insensitive given the situation by Jules. I wish she would have done more. I wish she would have tried to explain herself. Obviously, Rue was too angry and had too much on her mind to really let her talk. But yeah, eventually a broken Rue sobs and agrees to let her mother take her to the hospital. She realizes what she's done. She's broken a lot of bonds that she might eventually get back. We'll have to see, but this episode sucked to watch, man. It was good, but yeah. Gia helps pack a bag, and then the three Bennett women get in the car and go. So yeah. But after admitting that she relapsed as soon as she got out of her last rehab stint and adding that she was about a month away from killing herself, Rue decides that she's no longer into the hospital plan. So she gets out of the car at a traffic light and just starts running down the middle of a busy street, somehow avoiding getting hit. It's Zendaya. She can't die like this, right? Like, they love the character so much that they're going to keep her alive at almost all costs until this series is over. I would say we're going to get 5 seasons of this. That's like a magic number for a lot of, at least shows with like a storyline. That's a lot. That's like Breaking Bad. I think Stranger Things is going to stop at 5, that sort of thing. Her mom was like, oh, you relapse? We're going to have to take you to rehab again, which is just a vicious cycle that Rue's had to go through. By this point, Rue is in withdrawal and starting to have symptoms. That's a common thing. She stops by Lexi and Cassie's house where she asks to use the bathroom and then searches for jewelry and drugs to steal. Now, this is a crazy part because if you thought that this episode was crazy enough as is, just wait to what Rue confesses to. Or not herself, but what she spills the fucking tea about a lot of shit. When she comes downstairs, the sisters, as well as their mom and Maddie, are here, and so is Rue's mother. So they've all kind of circled up. Rue's mom showed up at the scene. She's like, "Where's my daughter? We need to take her to the hospital." It is clear that Rue is having some problems, and Cassie does a very stupid thing by offering up some bland advice about taking it one day at a time. Yeah, if Cassie wouldn't have opened her mouth, it was a chain reaction. If Cassie wouldn't have opened her mouth, Maddie wouldn't have got pissed at her because she was fucking his ex-boyfriend. Rue says, hey, Cass. She has a quick question for her. How long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs? Maddie obviously launches herself at Cassie, ready to fight in the melee. As you guys know before, it's been highlighted that Maddie's a very dangerous woman to other girls. Like, if something doesn't go her way, if her feelings get hurt, if someone goes against her, she's going to beat their ass, probably. Mrs. Bennett gets distracted and Rue slips out. This is Rue's opportunity. She's like, fuck it, we're all stuck in a turmoil, I'm just gonna dip. When Fez won't help her, and in fact, Bodily removes her from his home after she tries to steal some of his grandmother's medication, she breaks into a house and takes money and jewelry. She has gone psychotic at this point. Like, I never thought Rue had this in her. I always thought she was innocent. I always thought she was too scared to do a lot of the things she's doing in this episode, but then again, she's in relapse. Most drug addicts would do anything to get some drugs in their system, like in this stage. It's terrible. But nearly gets caught when the couple that lives there unexpectedly comes home early. Well, she got caught, but like they caught her doing it, but she ran, sweating, limping, and clutching her belly. She catches the attention of some police officers who chase her until her only choice is turn around and face them or run back into a road with multiple lanes of traffic. You know what Rue chooses. Like, she's in this phase of the show where she's like, dude, I can't die. I can't go to jail. The show must go on. I'm dipping from these motherfuckers. It was very badass. Please, God, don't let me die, she thinks as she plays live-action Frogger, causing 2 cars to crash into each other, but somehow escaping with their body unscathed. She's already committed breaking and entering, stealing, causing a car crash, and running recklessly in jaywalking. She's already committed 4 crimes. She runs through an auto body shop in a family's backyard celebration. She hops walls and cars. This is a crazy police chase scene, and I didn't think that the Euphoria developers had it in them to make a fucking chase scene. This was crazy, dude. It was action-packed. At one point, she uses a barbecue grill as a stepping stool, but adrenaline's a hell of a drug, and she eventually eludes the cops by getting ahead of them and hiding in a garbage can. So yeah, she does escape. Obviously, she's Rue. She had to. At Lori's, so she gets to Lori's house. That's her last stop, really. Rue dumps the jewelry and money on the table and apologizes for not having the rest. Lori seems like a pretty calm-tempered person, but she's very serious in her business. And the eerily flat tone of hers, it's really creepy. Lori explains that she was a school teacher with a family, so we kind of learn a lot about Lori as she's talking to Rue right now. But after an injury, she got addicted to Oxycontin, aka she knows what a withdrawal looks like, and she knows Rue is in hell. She knows Rue is in it because she's done drugs before. She's been there, done that. The whole 9 yards. So she's like, I can help you. You know, I would never wish this on anyone. I know you owe me money, but you're just a kid. You know, you need help. Your early life, part of your life. Getting addicted for something that relieves an injury is... if you get prescribed with the medicine and you get addicted to it, that's very unfortunate, right? Yeah. That said, Lori needs to get paid and casually suggests that Rue turn to prostitution and make the money back. It's one of the good parts about being a woman. Even if you don't have money, you've still got something people want, which sounds kind of slutty, which seems kind of objectifying, which seems kind of dehumanizing. But at the same time, if you want money, Rue, you're gonna, I don't know. Rue's a pretty sexually shy person, and obviously Zendaya has a no nudity clause, so we're not going to see any of those actions, even if she does it. After Rue is violently ill in Lori's bathroom, the older woman helps her get in the tub and then shoots her up with morphine. She fucking drugs her. When the drugs kick in, Rue has a flashback to being with her father as a very little girl, seeing Gia in the hospital nursery, and then speaking at her dad's memorial service, so some memories kind of unfold. She wakes up at Lori's, clothed and in bed with needle marks in her arm. I thought they were going to, like, kidnap her, report her to the police, but no, she's in a peaceful place. I thought she was going to drown. She, like, fell into the tub unconscious. But, yeah, she can't open her window. There's a padlock in the door and a dude with a gun sleeping on the couch. She's trying to sneak out of this place. She's like, dude, I need to get the fuck out of here. This girl shot me with some morphine. I need to go. She's probably planning something. Lori and Bruce, remember the naked guy from the premiere? The guy that just fucking walked through the kitchen with his dick hanging out. Yeah, they're asleep in another room, but Bruce wakes up and gets up as he hears Rue tiptoeing around the apartment searching for a way out. I can't ever convey how nerve-wracking this scene was. I was very scared for Rue. I thought she was going to get caught and held at gunpoint or something, but no. Rue eventually gets one of the windows open and is extremely lucky she's by a balcony, because if not, she would have dropped down, probably broke a fucking leg, and just sat there. By using it, she's able to drop to the ground without killing her fucking self. Obviously, I would have much rather been caught than do that. A car happens to be leaving at the same time, and Rue runs out of the open gate just after it passes. So she's like, yes, I can fucking escape. Back at Rue's house, Mrs. Bennett is sitting at the table when she hears the front door open. Rue, she calls just before the show cuts to black. We don't know if it's the police or Rue. I feel like that's kind of the cliffhanger they wanted to leave us on, if I had to guess. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Fuck. Alright, never mind. I'm probably just going to end this video, go watch another episode of Euphoria, actually right after this, and I have the review for you guys tomorrow. But I'm out. This is shorter than the other episodes. There's not a lot to discuss. It's just a lot of action. Not a lot of... the emotions were in the beginning, and to be fair, I kind of covered them. But